Hello and welcome to another Grand Arena Championship. I'm Heathen13 and this is Season 22, Week 1, Round 2. In Week 1 I felt like I had a good battle, but unfortunately my opponent never showed for his attacks. So hopefully this round I'll get more of a competitive match. My opponent today is name. So Google Translate says his name is Beckham23, and I'm assuming that's for David Beckham. He wore number 23 when he played for Real Madrid and LA Galaxy. Maybe it has nothing to do with David Beckham though, because I think most people who are huge Beckham fans think of him as number 7, because that's what he wore for Manchester United and for England. But you never know. He also apparently wore number 32 when he played for PSG and AC Milan. So I'm going to assume his name is for David Beckham, but in the end it doesn't actually really matter. Let's look at the matchup. So I have the majority of the green on my side of the hotbot overview, and when we zoom in, the stats are interesting. He's got a pretty low guild GP at 226 million. He's just under 600,000 for lifetime banners. Believe it or not, other than myself, he has the highest lifetime banners of anybody else in my group. I have a group with a lot of people who don't play GAC very much. The most interesting thing to me though is the ratio between his defends and his wins. It's only about 20%, which is super low. Makes me think he's really offensive heavy. And unfortunately for me, yet another opponent who is not on SWGOH.gg, so I can't check his online history. All I can go with is this ratio of wins versus defends in terms of what he tends to do, and then looking at his roster. So comparing our rosters, I do have a little bit of an advantage for total GP. He's actually got the advantage on top 80, and I've got the advantage top 65. He has 8 more Zetas than I do, which is really unusual for me. It means he's been playing longer than I have, or about the same amount. I actually have like 14 or 15 Zetas saved up that I'm just waiting to use when I get SLKR. But here's the crazy number. My average speed added on my top 80 is 102, and his is 36. I think that's the lowest speed opponent I've ever gone against. And then looking at Gear 13s, I've got 21 more than he does, and he's got 21 more Gear 12s than I do. Checking out the mods, it's what you would expect. With that low of a speed, he has very few high-speed secondary mods. It's like I said, probably the least amount of speed I've seen on a roster ever playing GAC. But when we compare our relics, we're very similar. I've only got 14 more total relic levels, and even our distribution is kind of the same, at least at the top. The big thing though is our meta characters. We both have Jedi Master Luke, but he apparently just unlocked his because it's still Gear 9. Also, that low guild GP is showing itself here. He's only got a 5-star Watt. And when we look at ships, he doesn't have a Malevolence. So, since I can't check an online history, we do need to check out his roster. He's running a Jedi Knight Luke team in Arena. And honestly, there's not much to see here. He has the normal teams you would expect. He's got a Relic 7 Gas. He's got a couple Relic Bounty Hunters. He's got a Relic 5 Vader. He's got a good Padme team. He's got a ton of Jedis Relic'd up, which you would expect. He's also got a ton of Rebels Relic'd up, which is what he needed for Jedi Master Luke. Interestingly though, he does have all of his Separatist droids relic'd up, but he never relic'd Grievous. So he has kind of an imbalanced roster. Not all the teams that I normally expect to see are well developed. So my first impression looking at the roster is that it wouldn't give me a whole lot of problems. But the problem is that I can't see his history. So I had to plan for the worst, even though his stats seem to imply that he's going to go heavy offense. So I saved more for my own offense than I probably would have otherwise. My defense was not as strong as I would have liked, but I had to guard against what if he put his best teams on defense. So let me show you the board. He's already attacked, and he was able to clear 3 of my zones. Again, not too shocking considering that he was going to go heavy offense. I just couldn't guard against it as much as I wanted to. Down low, I did try to slow him up with my Gas and Darth Revan. He took 2 against Gas. He actually took 4 against my BAM squad. Up top here, he was able to one-shot everything. Jedi Knight Revan, Crew, and Mon Mothma. Because he didn't have a Malevolence, I decided to put my Negotiator here on defense, and he one-shot that. So I'm assuming he used his own Negotiator for that. And in the back, he got through my Lando and the Trash Rebels in one. He only took one against my Phasma squad and quit. And it took him 4 tries to get through this Karth Separatist mashup team I have. So I don't think he's clearing. And the defense he set me was not crazy hard. Let's take a look at that. We've got his own Rolo Trash Rebel team. We've got his own gas team, but 3 of the clones are Gear 12. We've got a First Order squad that's all Gear 12. Down here on the bottom, we've got a Thrawn-led Empire, an Old Republic, and an Embo-led Bounty Hunter team. So, some unusual teams, things I'm not used to fighting, but I don't think they're going to give me any problems. So as always, we will go through the bottom first, see what's in the back, and figure out our plan from there. So I think I'm going to start against his Empire squad since it contains his only relic. And I'm going to mirror it with my own Vader team. I'm going to go Palpatine lead, and I'm going to take Watt off in case I need him for something. And instead, I'll throw Wampa on for a little more damage. I don't think it's even necessary, honestly. I think I could 3-man this, but just in case, you never know. And the big thing is I'm faster than his whole team. In fact, I'm going to be faster than any one of his teams today. And so I'm going to go ahead and Merciless. So Force Crush and Merciless, and then we'll take out Thrawn, I think, and then we'll get ability blocks on everybody else. Oh, we won't even get ability blocks. We'll just kill them all. Let's go ahead and get the throw on Vader. My Thrawn should go next. I wasn't taking into account his Vader getting the speed boost, so unfortunately he stole a bunch of banners, so that sucks. But he's not going to kill anybody. So successful, but not as successful as I would have liked. Alright, that leads me to Karth, and I will go Geos here. And again, I don't think this is going to be any issues. The only thing I worry about is whether or not I can get good banners or not. I'm hopeful, but you just never know. Sometimes you kill them too fast and then you don't have time to gain back the banners you need. Karth here is gonna go and AoE. Nope, didn't get a chance. So we'll just kill Zalbar so we can get to T3. And we'll leave Johnny for last. And so that was super easy. Which leaves us bounty hunters. So I will go against that with my own bounty hunters. Again, I'm going kind of on the cheap here in the front. I don't know what I'm looking at in the back. I don't expect anything hard, honestly. But you got to protect it when you don't know what's going on. So we will do our best to get through here cheaply. Go ahead and get rid of whoever that was. I didn't even know who that was. He went so fast. There's another one down. And we got ability blocks on everybody. Let's get rid of Embo because he's annoying with the can't crit him thing. There goes Greedo. Make sure we're all healed up. Pile on Aura. Another 60. And let's see what is in back. He has left me Night Sisters, Geos, and Mon Mothma. So let's go ahead and go back up to the top. And let's work through all of these. His toughest team obviously is his gas. And I have my Jedi Master Luke, just on the off chance that maybe he kept his. And I'm actually going to run it with Ahsoka and Cat. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to use Padme for the feet with C-3PO and Qui-Gon. So I have these ladies left over, so I'll use them. And I think I probably don't even need all 5, but it's fine. And honestly, I think I'll probably just lose a bunch of banners here because of, you know, because it's gas. But maybe not, because I was able to stun everybody, and we'll just keep sending in Jedi Knight Luke to do damage. So he's sat down already. There's 5s. Let's send Jedi Knight Luke, see if we can get him down fast. It'd be nice if, you know, I should be sending in Ahsoka. She doesn't do the most damage, but because she has Sheehan on that, it will reduce the cooldown on Kat's ultimate, not ultimate, her force jump thing. And yep, there we go. There are all of the banners. That's a bummer, but it is what it is. Maybe I can get a couple back. No, this should kill him. So that was one of those cases where I knew it was going to work, but I also knew it was going to be bad banners. I probably should have taken something else. Let's go with this crew squad. I will take my CLS, but I don't want to take C-3PO because it can make a timeout on crew, and I'm going to use him with Padme for the feet. So I'll take R2-D2 because I don't actually think I'm going to end up using my Jedi training Rey for anything. So we'll do it this way, and we will delete Hux, so now I can get turn meter back again. And I think I might just go for the big hit here on crew. There we go. Alright, so he's gone too. This definitely can be a problem when crew is at high relic, but at gear 12. Alright, and he put a Rolo squad. Interesting, you don't need Rolo or Cholo or Leia to be Relic 5 to get JML. He over-reliced them, so I'm not sure why he did that. Maybe he just loves the Empire Strikes Back. But I'm going to see if I can Nesk solo. I think I've done a Nesk solo on them before. I don't really remember, but we'll give it a shot. I guess the only person I'm worried about getting a big hit off is Leia, but even then, yeah. And then for Rolo, her big AoE that does a ton of damage is like 11 or 10 individual hits, and so that doesn't phase Nest. But they were able to get days on me. That's frustrating because now I don't get to counterattack. Which is surprising because my Nest has like 160% tenacity, so I'm surprised they were able to get days on it. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and hit auto on this. So that was closer than I would have liked. Princess Leia got Nest into yellow a couple times. A little scary, but worked. And what do we have in the back? So, kind of a rebel fleet, but there's no Millennium Falcon at least showing. And then an interesting bounty hunter Geo team. I guess we'll go Malevolence against the bounty hunters. And I know some people only bring one reinforcement on this, and they just bring spy. But I hate losing in ships, and it feels like there's so much RNG that you never know when something's going to go bad. So if I lose a couple banners because I happen to bring one extra reinforcement, so be it. On the off chance that I need that reinforcement, I don't want to lose because of it. So, Sun Fact gone. Let's get rid of the rest of these bounty hunters. We bring in Spy for the big hit and hopefully finish him off. And sadly, he was able to get a reinforcement. What did he bring in? Spy? So that was my initial vulture droid. But I think it's still... I think I still lose banners for losing them. So let's do that and finish him off. So I will go my own home one here, and I have the Falcon, so I think it should go well. Again, I probably don't need to bring as many reinforcements as I just did, but if he's got Millennium Falcon as a reinforcement and things go bad, you never know. Let's start with that. Phantom's gone already. Let's get the shield disruptor thing on Biggs so that he can go. Oh, that was a mistake. I probably could have targeted Wedge there. And I don't need to wiggle yet either, and this should do it. Yeah, way too many reinforcements. Although I'm not going to complain about a 65. So let's go back to the back and finish these up. Against Geos, we'll take Treya. I think just the trio alone is enough. I don't think we need any more than that. My normal setup has Sith Empire Trooper, but I don't think I even need him. We'll just go with the OG trio. All of his Geos are geared 11 or even 10. And I'm pretty sure my Gear 12 Treya can handle it. At least I sure hope so. You never know. Every once in a while, Spy will still get a lucky hit off. But now they're all going against Scion because they have Pain. I think that was the big hit, which really wasn't a whole lot. Oh, there was the big hit. So they're putting in some work there on Scion. Let's get rid of GBA. And hopefully we will get Hell by Hatred up right here. So we get that health back. And get a little protection back. Ultimately, this should be right around a 60 since I only brought in 3. And we are going to do something different against Night Sisters. I kept them on defense this time, or on offense. I never do, but I have my Grievous. And the reason I kept him on offense was just in case he kept CLS. His CLS team is pretty good. But I'm going to take Newt off the team, and I'm going to put Watt on the team. So that way my Grievous is going to have the weapons tech, and he will stop revives. And we'll put Tank Tep on Magna, and then hopefully that will lead me to only losing a couple banners instead of a lot. But then I get leg out. That's a bummer. Oh, I gotta remember, I gotta kill him with Grievous. Okay, so there's Talzin. Oh, I thought that my AoE from B1 must have killed him, not my hit from Grievous. That's a little frustrating. Either way, this should be over soon. Let's see if we can make sure we top off protection on B2. way that we can. Let's see if we can top off Magna. Okay. Honestly, feels like kind of a waste of a Grievous squad. He could have been on defense, but again, not sure what to expect. Mon Mothma. Alright, Padme is coming in. I have to have C-3PO, and I have to have Qui-Gon Jinn. And as you can see, my Qui-Gon is bad. So, he might actually die if they target him. Hopefully they don't kill him so quick that my Kenobi is able to taunt up. And the thinking here is that even though they're going to get tons of attacks, that I should still have enough, I should be thick enough just with Kenobi in order to withstand all of that. And eventually my Anakin will destroy them. So we'll get healing immunity over there on Biggs. That was a bummer. Called us to assist and it was C-3PO. Alright. The only worry I have with this is I think I'm going to be able to kill his characters, but am I going to kill him fast enough that Mon Mothma doesn't just bring them all back? Maybe I should have gone for this feat against an easier opponent. I'm going to probably put it on auto here because they take so many freaking turns. Alright, that was a lot closer than I thought it would be, and lost a lot of banners just to get the feat, but I will take it. And not a great score for me, 24-79, considering I kept a lot for offense. Pretty sloppy overall, but enough to get the win. So 24-79 to 2093. I want to say thank you to Beckham for the match. I'm always thankful when I have an opponent who plays and participates. My brother Boba Fett keeps getting auto deploys, and so I'm just thankful that I get to play. And I also want to say thank you to all of you for watching. I definitely appreciate that, and I will see you again in next round.